Welcome back, everyone. Congress returns from recess with a packed to-do list as the midterm elections approach. One item on the agenda facing lawmakers is a bill targeted at boosting competitiveness with China. Here to break this all down with more on what else to watch in D.C., we've got Yahoo Finance contributor Kevin Cirilli. Kevin?
Look, I don't know if this is going to pass anymore. I mean, the odds of this getting across the finish line just a couple of weeks ago, it looked like it was a done deal. But now it's locked, unfortunately, in partisan gridlock and a procedural hurdle, really, and a tactical one between Republicans and Democrats. Senate Majority Leader could be Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is saying that he is going to essentially not be able to bring this to a floor vote unless the Democrats stop their reconciliation process on a pharmaceutical bill. In contrast, Speaker Pelosi is saying that she doesn't want to do that. She wants to see whether or not this can get through with them pushing through this pharmaceutical bill. So it's locked in gridlock. There could be some procedure that could get it across the finish line, but it's really uncertain right now.
In the meantime, Kevin, President Biden isn't in Washington while all of this back and forth is going on. He's on his way to the Middle East for a big trip there. And all of the attention seems to have been on Saudi Arabia, but he's not just going to Saudi Arabia, to be clear.
No, he's also going to Israel. And it comes at a time in which the geopolitical alliances in the region, Julie, are really shifting, right? And we saw this in the previous administration with the passage of the Abraham Accords, something that President Biden could actually talk about on his trip. When he is in Saudi Arabia, it comes at a time in which energy prices, of course, gas prices are skyrocketing here in the United States. It also comes as many Americans and policymakers have raised human rights concerns with the Saudis, particularly following the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. So this is without question one of the highest profile trips that President Biden has taken to the Middle East. It's a quick trip. It's 4 days. But one that I think he is hoping in part will underscore the reshifting of alliances, again, that budding relationship and economic ties between Israel and Saudi at a time in which many in the region are continuing to be very wary of Iran. And I'm going to be looking to see what Tehran does while President Biden is traveling overseas. Will they perhaps try to launch a satellite into space?
Yeah, very interesting indeed. And finally, Kevin, we've got more January 6th hearings this week. We had Pat Cirilli testify behind closed doors last week, and now Steve Bannon apparently has agreed to testify.
So he's saying that he wants to testify and that he wants to do it publicly. Remember, he had fought with the January 6th committee in legal documents and saying that he didn't want to do that. He was subpoenaed, of course. So whether or not he does, we don't know. What I'm expecting this week, Julie, on the January 6th hearing is to really focus on what former President Trump was doing in the hours and days leading up to January 6th. So remember, he tweeted about to his supporters at the time, calling on them to come to Washington, D.C. Who were the folks advising him behind the scenes? Who were the people that were planning for that January 6th moment? And I think Steve Bannon's wanting to participate in these hearings. I'm going to be blunt here. It really cuts a wrench in the Trump supporters and Trump's inner circle, even right now, who are saying that no one's paying attention to the hearings. Well, clearly people are paying attention to the hearings if Steve Bannon wants to participate live and on Capitol Hill and testify before the committee.
Yahoo Finance contributor Kevin Cirilli, always good to see you. We'll talk to you soon.
Great to see you too. Thank you.